Aaron Whitlow,
Brandon Spivey,
and we are the
Markout
Movie Podcasters. And in today's episode, we are doing a review of Summer School from 1987. Before we get into it, we want to first say we went to try to see Ode, and boy, it did not work out. Brandon?
The twist of this movie was it wouldn't play.
Yeah. But,
So it was a good twist by M. Night Shyamalan, though, right?
Yeah,
one of his best.
What a twist! But yeah, I plan on eventually seeing that movie. Also, I plan on eventually seeing the Green Knight. I think. I don't know, Brandon, because I'm an A24 fan in horror. But I try to explain to Brandon. He said, "You're a fan of A24."
Isn't it supposed to be a horror film?
I don't think so. It's more fantasy.
Oh, okay. I haven't really paid attention.
It seems like it's more of a fantasy type of thing. But yeah.
You may like it then.
Yeah, I may. But yeah, we're gonna talk about Summer School. First, I'm gonna try to share my screen and see if we can get the video running for you. So here we go. Share. We'll see how it goes. Hope y'all seeing this.
You know what we need? I mean, besides bread. We need a woman who appreciates what we have to offer.
Freddie Shoup loves to cut class. Hates to do homework. Lives for summer vacation.
But Freddie, you're a semi-charming guy and a real snappy dresser. You're just not the kind of guy I date anymore.
Yeah? What kind of guy you date now?
This trailer doesn't
kind who
make
wears
it seem like
socks.
what the
And the
movie
only
is.
reason he hasn't been expelled yet
Not really.
is because he's the gym teacher
Oh, Mr. Shoup,
at Oceanfront High.
congratulations. You've been chosen to teach summer school. No, I'm not a real teacher. That's all right. These aren't real students. They're unmotivated, irresponsible, not too bright. They'll relate to you. You in this class too? I'm teaching it. No way! Right off the bat, you show who's in charge. Please take your seats.
Where should we take him?
Who is in charge?
I recommend this time I pass.
You have a problem with that?
I can feel it.
No,
I was watching this movie last night. I was like, I have such a major problem with that.
There's a
The one black character at the beginning and at the very end,
I know you guys aren't
he
exactly
was
fired
just
up
that
about
thing
English,
throughout
we're
the whole
stuck here.
movie.
We're trapped like rats. Tension breaker had to be done.
Mark Harmon,
You need an intelligent, sensitive man who can skate.
Kirstie Alley,
Do you know such a guy? Oh, they're hard to find.
and the Oceanfront High summer school class of '87.
As smart as you and me. You and I. All of us.
Paramount Pictures presents a new film by Carl Reiner, Summer School.
I love this film. It had passion and plucky spirit. Dave, I agree with you.
All right, so we are reviewing Summer School, as you can see, starring Mark Harmon.
Harmon.
Mark
Definitely
Harmon.
not Mark Hamill.
Not Mark Hamill. Mark Harmon, Kirstie Alley, and a couple other folks I want to point out. Robin Thomas as the principal. Vice principal rather. You have Patrick Libertux. I can't say your name. It's Kevin Winchester, but the ones I want to point out mainly. Courtney Thorne-Smith. You might know her from Melrose Place. It's Pam House. Dean Cameron, Francis Chainsaw Grimp is my favorite one. Chainsaw, yeah. And Gary Riley is Dave Frazier. And there's a host of other folks that you'll see from other things like
Shawnee Smith is in that.
Shawnee
She
Smith
plays the pregnant girl, right?
Yeah, she also, you might know her from Saw.
And Becker. Dead Dancing.
Oh, really?
Showed Becker, yeah.
Okay. And then Richard Stephen Horvitz as Alan Aiken. And then there's other.
He's a stripper, right?
No. He's like the
I thought Alan was a stripper.
hyperallergenic nerdy guy.
Oh, that should have been Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah. Then there
That's what he looks like. He looks like character from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, but yeah, there's a host of other folks. Brandon's gonna get you the numbers.
All right, I'm gonna hit you.
Hit
You
me
ready
with
to
the
be
numbers.
hit, people? You ready to be hit?
Go ahead and
All right, it got a 6.6 out of 10 on IMDb. Metacritic gives it a 27%, so they love this movie. The audience score, Google audience score, is 86%. 86%, my bad. What did I say? 66?
Bilford the Hobbit said,
Hey, no more front rows this
Rut
week.
Rose, like where we had an issue last week. I'm not touching the camera. I'm staying far away from it as possible. But go ahead, Brandon.
And the Rotten Tomato score is 63%, with the audience score a little bit below that at 58%.
Well, I actually personally enjoyed. Enjoyed it. Enjoyed the movie. For me, this is not a first time viewing for Brandon. It is first time.
It was
viewing.
a first.
It's a first for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up watching this movie. Some of the stuff then. Let me tell you a quick story. So
Tell us.
I remember when I was a kid, I had a Fangora magazine.
I remember those.
And it was featuring the makeup of Rick Baker, which he did the makeup for this movie for the horror scenes.
Mm-hmm.
If you'll say in a summer comedy horror scene, yes, I love the main characters I love in here is Chainsaw and Dave. You agree?
Chainsaw, definitely.
Dave, but they worked there like
they worked it good together.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
They deserve the spinoff.
Chainsaw was just on. I mean,
yeah. Well, Dean Cameron.
Dave's okay too. I mean, he's not bad or nothing. But I kind of like all the kids. I mean,
yeah. All the kids have their own personality, and like there's maybe one kid in the class that like
there's one.
No, there's just one kid in the class that you don't really see or talk to. Not the black kid. Not that guy.
But he was one that.
His whole thing. All right, so real quick, these kids is left to do summer school, because they all failed remedial English, and so they have to do summer school. And the teacher that was going to teach summer school wins the lottery, which is actually the director of this film, and he leaves with $50,000 because he's not going to teach. Hey, I won the lottery, and
$50,000 ain't gonna be there next year though.
It's up to shoot. Well, $50,000 is nice.
It's nice, but it ain't gonna last too long.
Unless he was
going to spend it. He's going to
spend it. He probably spent it the next day, that day. But so all the teachers is dipping out the from the vice principal, and the only person that wasn't able to get away in time, Shoop, played by who?
Mark Harmon.
And where do you know him from?
I personally know this guy from the Ted Bundy made-for-TV movie,
which I never knew. I never seen him play a bad guy. So, and Brandon says he's like
great.
He's a great actor. You said, right?
Yeah, he's, as far as the Ted Bundy films I've seen, and I've seen a few.
Mm-hmm.
He's the best of the best. I haven't seen the Zac Efron one.
I like that
but no one has touched Mark Harmon yet.
From
my knowledge.
I like seeing him play Ted.
You should.
Ted was a creepy character.
There's something stranger. I can't remember, but you look him up, you'll see it. It was in the 80s.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch. But yeah, so this movie, you have your group of kids. You have Pam, who is the surfer chick, who is desperately looking for the next big wave. Yeah. And then you have, I forget her name, Denise, and she, you know her from Friday, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4. Was it 3 or 4?
Is it 4?
Yeah, I think she's in 4.
Yeah, I think.
Or 5. One of them. She was in Dream Masters.
That's 5.
Or Dream Child. She's in one of those. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I haven't seen her so long.
Child's 5. Dream Master.
She might have been.
Dream Warriors is 3.
She's in one of them. I
think Dream Master's 4.
Yeah.
She's in an Elm Street.
She's in an Elm Street film.
I remembered.
Maybe Ken Sagas could have let us know. I don't remember which one she's in. I know she ain't in the one with Ken though.
That'd be 3 and 4.
Yeah, that'd be 3 and 4 for him.
So she's in 5.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're clearing this up for everybody.
Oh man, 40K equals. Oh wow, well that's pretty good. But I'm pretty sure that man is not gonna live that long. But anyway, Well, I don't know. Is Carl Reiner still living? I don't know.
I don't know. See, like I've never heard of this guy before.
Have you ever seen Ocean's 11? I think he's in Ocean's as well. He's a director. He's actually a really good director. But tell them a little bit more about like the setup of this film.
Okay, so basically Mark Harmon. Okay, like they're counting down. Like he's a gym teacher. He's counting down. He's got like the board.
He's dead, by the way. He died.
He
2020.
Killed every bit of momentum
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad.
He's dead. He's like, I'm telling the scoreboard. It's like countdown 10, 9. They're all excited for summer. Like Mark Harmon's going to Hawaii, right?
Yep.
With his girlfriend, who's going to leave him for Hawaii. It's simple. It's just that simple.
She's not a good girlfriend.
Yeah, I mean,
Do you know
it's Hawaii. I mean,
well, it is Hawaii. I mean, do you blame her, right?
You can stay with Mark Harmon while he's teaching summer school. You can go to Hawaii. I mean,
oh wow! Look at this. Which version of Wilder and Pryor? So, I mean, I'll take any version of Pryor and Wilder, right?
Never seen it.
How about he's comparing us to Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor?
But I can't comment because I haven't seen their films together.
Okay, well there you go. Yeah. Yes, I'm an African American fellow, and he is a white American fellow. But anyway, go ahead. The scoreboard, and they are going down to like they're getting ready for summer. What do you think about the montage of the kids throwing their books away, and I love that I love that energy of when school's out. You remember that feeling of when school's out for you?
Oh, yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, just like that whole. Oh man! But then I do remember my personal story when I had to do summer school once.
You had to do summer school.
I had to do summer school.
I never had to do summer school. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, good job. But yeah, I was so mad.
Good job.
I was so mad. My mom told me that I had summer school, and I was so mad. I remember I got mad, and I regret this now. I broke one of her plant pots. Like I went outside and hit it, and broke her plant pot. I don't know why I did that. I mean, it's no big deal. It's just summer school. But as a kid, I didn't think about that. I was thinking, oh, I don't have no summer. I won't be able to play with friends and stuff. Literally, summer school is just a couple of hours a day, just going there to learn. It's not so much like all day long,
I'm nodding like I know, but I don't know.
But yeah, let's see what else. Let's see. You can say this one.
Carl Reiner directed The Jerk. Okay, I have seen this movie because that's my favorite Steve Martin film.
Okay, good job. Thank you, Bilfer. And then Joker says this.
Am I reading or you reading?
Yeah, because they see no evil is their best work. Unlike anything you all do, gonna change the name of this podcast to see no Markout. Ha 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 ha. Okay. All right.
I don't think he understands it, David.
I don't understand it. Anyway, no. See no evil is their best work. But we have fans. Bilfer is a loyal fan. Thank you, Bilfer. I had summer school and a night school. I never had night school. I never experienced that. But no, summer school. But it wasn't like this movie. This movie's great. Summer school was like just normal school. There's no hijinks. We didn't have a shoot, and that's our problem. If you wanted to have good summer school, you need a shoot. You agree?
I mean,
if you had a cool teacher like that, would that be?
Did I ever have a cool teacher like that?
I don't think none of us had a cool teacher like that. I
had Mrs. Engler. She was pretty cool and pretty hot. Like middle school. Yeah, I mean everybody kind of wanted to, I ain't going into it. Everybody kind of wanted to.
I wonder if she's your friend on Facebook.
She is not.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, wow.
Nah, she didn't like me.
I
had an incident.
Oh, don't explain it. You ain't got to go into details. With her? That's weird.
No, not with her.
Okay.
I wrote a short story once, and all the teachers really took offense to it. And,
Was that Nazis?
I did a parody of slasher films.
Oh, that's why.
And as a short story, because we could write whatever we wanted, and they took it too literal.
Literal?
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said. I'm done.
I said little.
That's what I said.
Booby traps. All right.
I got booby traps. All right.
All right. Let me see what Joker saying, you got this one.
You gotta have a troll, or you haven't made it on YouTube.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
we got trolls in real lives. They're called women. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. No.
Wow.
Delete.
Wow.
Delete. All right.
Wow.
Mr. Whitlow had the hots for old Froggy Davenport. No, I don't know who Davenport was.
I had a teacher named Davenport.
No, actually, the teachers that I would say that I really liked was a teacher named Mrs. White in elementary school. She was a really cool teacher. And then Mrs. Skillern in the high school. She was pretty awesome. Bodacious, But then you had who else? But just a really just all around cool teacher.
Did you see what he just wrote?
No. The all around cool teacher was
Oh, you ain't putting it up there?
I ain't seen it yet.
Oh man, it's great.
I ain't gonna repeat it. We have children. Ada Skiller, was her name? Yeah, she taught like English or something. She was cool. But yeah, but my overall favorite teacher in high school was Mr. Owens. Mr. Owens was a cool. He's my TV and production teacher. He was just cool. After the first year, he just let you just chill in the classroom. It was me, DK. I think he was in there. And then there was Joey. Who else? The other kid, Tommy Loving, and yeah, just a group of us in there. I think Wes Majors. But yeah, it was a good time. Anyway, back to summer school. This movie, man, I love that all the students have their own personality. You have the pregnant one, Shauna.
Mm-hmm.
Is that her name?
Shawnee.
Which I always had a crush on her, honestly. Like,
I bet you did.
She's very lovely looking.
Oh, I bet.
You didn't think so?
Well, she's all right.
Oh, who you?
She's all right.
Okay. Oh Lord, I don't know what this guy's gonna say next.
I'm not saying anything
No,
bad.
no, you.
One time back in 2001, Mr. Whitlow had a double date with the cast of My 1,000 Pounds.
No, I did not. And in 2000,
David, are you okay?
in 2001. Be honest, I don't remember that year.
I remember it.
I mean,
Night and I from you. Go ahead.
But anyway, yeah, no, Shawnee was great in this film. She was a pregnant student. Then you have
I like Denise.
She was dyslexic. You find out that she has dyslexia, which
But I really like Courtney Thorne-Smith, though. I mean,
of course you do.
Of course. I mean,
is it because you like Melrose Place?
I love that show.
Was that your show?
It was one of them.
Yeah, it was fun. It was Melrose Place was a spinoff from Beverly Hills 90210.
Which I still don't know how. Is it because of Billy? Was he in?
Yeah, I think there had to be one character that crossed over.
I remember Billy. I like Billy.
Melrose Place had its own little cult following. I mean, it lasts for like several seasons.
7 seasons.
7 seasons? Wow.
Beverly Hills 90210 went 10. So, I mean, man, I can't wait to binge watch those. It's been forever.
On binge-worthy?
Yeah, I got them too.
You gonna make us watch this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to eventually make you watch Dawson's Creek, too.
I know you will. But anyway.
That had a spinoff as well, and I didn't even know about it.
I didn't know they did.
I didn't either till yesterday.
But yeah, the movie, man, like you mentioned Denise.
Mm-hmm.
My first time seeing this lady was in House Party. Well, I think maybe it was in this because House Party came out in '89.
Well, she was in House Party as well.
Yeah, she didn't have a character name. She was just probably a woman in the car, but she was like the woman that shows up at Bilal's house, and then Bilal's like, no, hey, she walk, and then like she says, she said, kick this bee to the curb. She says, if I'm a bee, your mom's a bee. You remember the whole little?
It's been forever.
With this chick in the car. That's her.
I remember more Class Act than I do House Party.
I like House Party more, but okay. But yeah, I like
always making fun of
Class Act isn't bad though.
But what I remember about House Parties, they were always making fun of Martin because of his breath.
Yeah, Bilal, Dragon Breath
Yeah.
Bilal. But yeah, Denise. Let's see, Kelly Jo Minter. But yeah, Denise. She, I love her character. She was like pretty, like tough, like a tough chick. But her toughness is because she has dyslexia, and I love that they actually had time to tackle some issues with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize this watching this when I was younger. But what do you think about like that? The content, like, because you have one guy's a stripper.
He certainly is.
Yes, he is a stripper.
Makes good money.
But
too.
First, you didn't know that. First, you thought he's just a guy that's sleeping in class all day.
Yeah.
Because every time they showed him, his eyes were closed and he's sleeping.
I could relate middle school because that's what I was doing in Mr. Sanders' class all the time.
You sleep?
But I was not a stripper.
Well, it's good. Don't be a stripper.
It was a dream job of mine at one time, though.
Okay, man, we're going to a different place here.
I'm
But-
just having a little fun. On the
But yeah, we're going to talk about my favorite character.
Go ahead.
And that's what.
Chainsaw.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying. When I first.
Oh, the foreign exchange student's really good.
Oh yeah, she was good. What else was she in?
Don't know.
Like, does she look familiar to you at all?
She looked familiar.
All right. So anyway, Chainsaw and Dave.
Yeah.
I remember as a kid watching, like, grabbing a Fangoria magazine, and they had Rick Baker's makeup on there, but on the cover it had a picture of Shawnee with the ruler in her mouth, and it looked like something out of like a Nightmare on Elm Street, like something that Freddy would do to somebody. And I thought it was so creepy, and I loved it though. It didn't, like, on the inside. It showed the stripper guy with the eyeball with the pencil, and just like really good makeup effects. And I said, as a kid, I was like, "Is this a scary movie?" I didn't know the term horror. I said, "Is this a scary movie?" And then I was watching School Days and Summer School. I'm sorry, and I seen that scene in there, and it was just like, oh wow! And I just fell in love with this movie. Like, really made me fall in love with horror. It's crazy to say this because it features horror heavily in this movie with Chainsaw and Dave. But
one thing I was surprised about, I don't know what the rating of this movie is.
It's probably PG. It's like 80s PG, which is like R.
It doesn't feel like a PG movie. But then again, you're right. Those films that had that rating didn't feel like those type of films. Oh, here we go.
You know, a guy who was a few years back behind you in school created a couple of movies. No, if you tell me the name, that'd be great. Maybe I missed it. I have NBLD, so I have no idea. It's like nonverbal learning disorder, so I don't know social cues. Like,
I definitely don't.
I don't know what that meant, but yeah, if you know if it's a real person and you're not pulling my leg, let me know. Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, but yeah, so yeah, these characters, man, Chainsaw and Dave, man, just was really my favorite characters.
I felt that was going to be the case, in all honesty.
Yeah.
But what I was trying to say before we got the comment, and I lost track of what I was going to say, I was surprised that, well, the fact that Leatherface was in this movie, I was surprised they showed footage
from Texas Chainsaw.
Even though they didn't really show anything from the movie, really.
They showed the ending.
Yeah, but nothing too, nothing violent, nothing,
Well,
I was just shocked they could get by with that.
Yeah, it's funny because the first time I seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre was actually through this movie, Summer School. I didn't watch it back when I first watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was well into like the 90s, because that's when I was like in my phase of going back and finding some of the original like VHS movies and watching them, and TCM was one of the first ones I kind of grabbed a hold of. This is back when I went to in the mall, not FYE, but before it's FYE, it was called like Goodies or something. I forget the name of it, but
I remember.
You know what I'm talking about?
They had the movies in that one building.
Yeah.
And next over it was like CDs.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it was called.
But yeah, I do remember. Buying this movie, buying like I Spit on Your Grave, some of those old original like 70s grindhouse type of films, and I felt like Texas Chainsaw Massacre was more grindhouse. And so I remember grabbing these type of movies and watching them, and but the first time I seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre was in this movie, and I didn't know what it was. I was like, "What is this?" Because I was like, it looked like it's the most bizarre thing. And then when I finally saw it, it clicked for me. I'm like, "Oh, I remember that from summer school."
Yeah.
So it's crazy. Me being a horror fan, you think I seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but he wasn't the one I grew up with. It's more Michael for me, Jason, and Freddy, and then Chucky. I ain't gonna lie to you.
For me, it was Jason, Michael, Chucky, Leprechaun. I really didn't hit Freddy. I didn't do Freddy. I stayed away from Freddy.
Berserkers 2014, Meltdown 2012. Check them out. Okay. And then he says, Aaron had a weird phase with anime. Not gonna say anymore. No, I didn't really. I mean, you could be telling a joke, but I'm gonna be real with folks. No, I never really liked anime. Only a buddy of mine, Craig, got me into anime, and the only one that really got me into was Cowboy Bebop, which is to me, because it's my first foray into anime. To me, is the best anime show that I've ever seen because I liked it. I can relate to it. It's like more space, and it almost reminded me of like Alien almost. It's really, but it's a really good show. Cowboy Bebop. I like that one. And then anime movie, it would be Akira. I like that. But I
Nope.
Yeah,
I have never seen anime. Ever.
My cousin used to watch Dragon Ball Z, and he used to get on my nerves because that tape over my WWF Raw
too.
for Dragon Ball Z, and it bothered me. I'm like, because I didn't even like
that was the good Raw.
Yeah, back then it's the '90s. It's '90s Raw. That's when Raw was Raw, man.
It was Raw. That's when Raw is war.
Raw was war. Yeah, absolutely. Monday Night Wars, but we ain't gonna get there anyway. But yeah, the one character in this movie
that you don't like,
that I don't like.
I can't wait for it. Well, there's two, but go ahead.
I would say Christy Alley.
Oh yeah, I don't.
I'll say Christy Alley is back when I was younger and I watched this. I was like, okay, like back then though, I didn't understand why he didn't like hook up with Pam, or Courtney, right? What's her name?
What?
Like I didn't understand.
How can you say that?
I didn't understand, but now I do. Now I do because he's an adult and she's a child.
Yes.
You can't do that. But I didn't understand that as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know constructs like that.
Just lost ratings.
But it's true. I didn't understand it. But I always thought that Christy Alley, wasn't like.
I'll be honest with you. Watching this movie last night, that whole little story arc.
It couldn't be done today. A lot of stuff couldn't be done.
No, I'm not talking about them two. I'm talking about Kirstie Alley and Mark Harmon.
Okay.
I'm not understanding why he was even interested. But it kind of goes to the point where
because she's the only lady there.
Yeah. Because I mean, it's like right after his girl goes to Hawaii, he falls for Kirstie Alley. I mean, it's not even been 10 minutes.
It's not even convincing that.
No, and
Kirstie Alley. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. The only time I liked Kirstie Alley was in Look Who's Talking. That's the only time I liked her, and I didn't really like her in there as much as I liked everybody else in the movie, aka John Travolta, and Willis doing
Travolta,
and
Jimmy and Mikey make that whole movie.
Yeah,
that's why you care about that movie. It ain't her.
Yeah,
I'll be honest with you. I never have liked Miss Alley.
You never liked Alley?
I never liked Alley. I didn't like her in Cheers.
I didn't see in Cheers, and I watched up until her, and that's why I really couldn't really continue watching it. I didn't finish Cheers. I watched it for a long time, obviously, but I didn't get to finish it because I just wasn't into Kirstie Alley. Shelley Duvall, not Shelley Duvall. Yeah, Shelley Duvall. Yeah. Shelley Long. Shelley Long was such a better character in that show. But Woody Harrelson coming in, Woody Harrelson coming in, he was great. Great, took over the role for Coach. But yeah, just everybody else was in that show great. I didn't so much like Chrissy Alley though. I agree with you.
I've never been a fan of hers, and I have tried to watch some of her stuff later on. She did her own show.
Can't think of anything that
on Showtime.
Was she in a movie with Tim Allen?
Yeah, for Richer or Poor.
Yeah, for Richer or Poor, yeah.
But you like them?
You like Tim Allen?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but I gotta say it.
Say what you gotta say, man.
Every performance she gives, she just comes off as a bitch.
Oh, what? He said it. He said it.
I think you can't hide who you really are sometimes, and that's how I feel about it. Everything I've seen her in, she comes off that way.
I want to ask you about some more of the students. So, Larry is the stripper guy. What do you think? What did you think about Larry? Not as a stripper, but what did you think about like the sleeping kid? Like just you said that was pretty much you throughout somebody's class.
Yeah, Mr. Sanders, Social Studies.
It
wasn't just me though. Half the class slept through it.
But every time that I love that running gag of every time they showed him, he would sleep in a different position, just always sleep.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love the other kid, Alan Ekian. He's the nerdy little kid.
That's not smart.
Yeah, he's not as smart.
It's not smart.
He's not as smart as his other family members.
Yeah.
And so, I misremembered this movie at the ending, and I'll talk about it when we get there. But yeah, so he's not as smart, but he's he's like very geeky, but all he wants is pretty much to be invited to the party.
Yeah, he wants to
hang with the cool kids.
He wants to fit in.
Yeah,
because he doesn't fit in at anywhere. And that's something actually I could relate to back in high school because I didn't fit in anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
With the cool kids, the druggies, the nerds. The only time I ever fit in, really, was it like talking to people about film, and coming up with my stories. That was the only time. And there wasn't that many people that I talked to about it, but the people I did talk to, they had that similar interest. So that's the only time I fit in high school. I hated high school though. High school was such a drag. Such a drag. I hated it.
I was looking up the.
But to answer your question about the stripper guy, Steve, right?
Yeah,
or Larry.
Larry.
I felt like he was, with the exception of the black kid who wasn't there. I felt he was the weakest link of the kids.
Well, I think the kid that went to the restroom. I love that joke of. When I was younger, I didn't understand it, but now it's just funny. He uses the hall pass to go to the bathroom, and then you forget all about him, and then at the end of the movie, he shows up to take the test, and he ends up passing more than anybody else that was there.
Mm-hmm.
I love that whole idea of he could miss the whole summer school and still end up passing, which says he really didn't need to be in summer school.
Yeah.
Maybe he says his zipper got stuck his way. He was in the bathroom. But I never understood that. But it was, I thought it was a funny little gag, but I want to mention Anna, which is the Anna, I think it's her name, Anna. She is the foreign exchange student. She was in Austin Powers. I didn't realize that, which she's probably forgettable. She's probably like a fembot or something. I'm sorry to say that. And then she's also in Jane the Virgin, the show. But anyway, she's a foreign exchange student that shows up and immediately Chainsaw and Dave take to her, and they want to impress her, and they want to show her the American classic about Tobe Hooper. They said the way they said Tobe Hooper's name, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they introduce her to horror.
Yeah, and
I love that idea of these characters being the gateway to horror for this lady, and not only this lady but for us. That's where they were. They pretty much, because it's a random thing that's in this movie is the horror elements in this movie.
Oh yeah,
it's very random, but it makes sense for the characters.
Oh, it does. I mean, especially in that time era.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, It was a lot of fun. But like she was freaked out by it at first. It's like, oh man, and I remember Mark Harmon's reaction to it, and she was hearing about it, and her reaction was like, and he's like, he was just smiling. It's like they failed, but no, they got her. They hooked her in.
Yep.
And that's great.
Chrissy Alley was great in A Bunny's Tale. It's about an undercover lawyer stopping sexual harassment at the Playboy Club. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. I never heard of that one. And then that was from Belfer, by the way. And then Joker says Brandon saying he hated high school when he was homeschooled. Ha 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 ha.
I hated homeschool too, but I was in high school for 2.5 years. I had a little incident hitting somebody with a 2x4. So there you go.
Sometimes things happen. Sometimes kids get hit in the face. Mark Harmon got the role for this movie because Reiner liked his role as Ted Bundy on TV series
The Deliberate Stranger. I knew it was something stranger.
Okay. Well, thank you. But yeah, I thought that he was likable in this movie. I'm talking about Mark Harmon.
Yeah, he's
very likable. And the Wonder Mutt was great. He was aloof though. He's a bit of an aloof, and that's the whole thing. Is they try to say that he's dumb. He's a gym teacher. He doesn't really know how to be a real teacher. Is what the whole thing for him. But at the end of the movie, you find out that he is actually a real teacher because he gets these kids to respond to him, but he bribes them. So one kid, Denise, wants someone to help her learn how to drive. The other, let's see, Chainsaw and Dave wants a chauffeur to and from work in the beach, right?
Yeah.
And then let's see, Ecker, I'm going to call him Ecker, Alan Ecker. He wanted he wanted just to be invited to the party, as we mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stripper kid wanted to bed.
To sleep.
He
wanted to sleep.
And then what's her name? Pam House, Courtney Thorne Smith. She wanted some Harmon.
Some what?
She wanted some shoot.
What was the word you used?
Harmon, Mark Harmon.
Oh, so she wanted some Harmon.
She wanted some shoot, which was crazy because like he allows her to stay with her, which is a no-no. But he allows her to stay with her.
You don't do that.
And she cooks and washes his clothes and and calls him Freddie. And it's like, well, if I knew we was gonna have company tonight, I would have made more. I'm like, oh my gosh, this looks so bad. Don't do it, But yeah, it could have went a totally different way if this was a different movie. There you go.
Oceanfront High was also the same school used in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge.
Okay, that's cool.
And I missed it.
That's all right. You can get it later, or you can get it now.
Well, I guess I better not.
You get it later.
Get it later.
Yeah.
Let's get it later.
Dog might get it before then. But anyway, what was your thoughts on the vice principal, Phil Gills?
I'm not allowed to say it.
Without cussing.
I'm not allowed to say it.
He's a prick.
He's a little bit more than a prick.
He's a DI.
Oh, he's
Dickosaurus.
Oh, he's a Dickosaurus, all right.
He's such a slimy, smart. And that's the thing. I remember in this movie, the end, I thought everybody passed except for Chainsaw, but I thought that he switched out their test. That's what I thought it was. But it wasn't that. They just literally failed. But they
did
failed,
better.
But they failed they failed with grace. Right? They failed, but they didn't fail as bad as they would have failed. Like they went from like a 30 to like a 70 or whatever.
Yeah.
So they did good. They actually, becoming better students. And that's what Shoop instilled in them.
Oh my God. Go ahead, Aaron.
What is that? What movie is
it's
that?
from Kindergarten Cop, but I don't.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right. Yep. Anyway, they do, and that's true. Anyway. All right. Anyway, back to summer school.
I really think he's wondering if you're okay, David. I really do.
I'm questioning insanity. No. But yeah, what was your thoughts on, like, you said your least favorite character was
Kirsty. Well,
Christy, and then the guy that went to the restroom.
No, my least favorite character would be the vice principal.
Did you not like him because you were not
he's
supposed
good.
to like him?
He's good in the movie. He did his job.
Yeah.
You're supposed to hate him. He's slimy. He's two-faced.
Mm-hmm.
Two-faced.
Who's your favorite character? Let me ask you that.
My favorite character.
You can have two favorites. Oh, I forgot about the football guy. There's a football guy in this movie that falls for Shawnee. Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah, he was.
He's forgettable. He's a football guy. He becomes her Lamar's coach.
Yeah, he's gonna end up being the father of that baby.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, no, she said she's gonna give it up for adoption.
Yeah, that's what she said. I didn't like that, and like they were all okay with that. I didn't. I mean, it didn't feel natural. You know what I mean?
The same school was used for the filming of Karate Kid. Oh, it must be a very popular school. I love the tour of this school. I wonder if it's still open. You can look and tell me that. Milford, you are awesome. Thank you. And then Joker, Carl Reiner made a cameo, and yeah, he was the principal. I said it at the beginning of the podcast. No, I'm just playing. I did though. I said he made it. He was the principal that won the lottery. Not principal. I'm sorry. The teacher. Don't roast me. He was the teacher that was supposed to teach summer school, but he won the $50,000, and so he says he quits.
Quits.
I wouldn't quit my job though. That's kind of. Would you be quitting?
I'd be quitting.
$50,000.
$50,000.
You quit your job.
Well, I mean, if I'm his age, yeah, I'm quitting.
Yeah, if you're his age. What was your age now? Would you quit?
I don't have.
Depending on what job it was.
And my situation.
I know your situation, man. You got to tell the world your situation.
If I didn't have my situation, would I quit? I mean, yeah, I would.
Depending on what the job is. Walmart. If you stay still working at Walmart, would you quit?
God, yes, I would quit. Yes.
In a heartbeat? New York Minute?
Yes.
All right. Kid, don't catch. No attitude. I know where you live. Pull up. Don't pull up.
You want some pull-ups?
No. Roll-ups.
They call roll-ups now?
Fruit roll-ups.
I know actual pull-ups.
No, we talking about summer school.
Adult pull-ups.
No, they're called, I don't know what you call those. Depends.
You need some depends.
No, I don't know depends. But anyway. So the kids essentially trick Shoop into like going on field trips. They go to like.
I was thinking he was doing that because he didn't want to teach.
Well, he didn't know what teaching was, and
so he just took them
on field trips. They took him to an amusement park with a petting zoo.
Yep, he did.
And then that's when the first horror scene happens with the bunnies, and they pulling the skin off their face.
Yeah.
Oh, these kids, listen, if this was like, because they made it like this is what they did, they made this. I think their jobs was miscast. I honestly think that they should have worked at a movie theater versus a photo booth. You know, I mean, it's more quaint in a photo booth, like a where you go and you know, get film developed in an hour or less type of thing. You don't see those no more. Those used to be real things, kids, boys and girls.
1 hour photo.
Yeah, 1 hour photos. There's a movie called 1 Hour Photo with Robin Williams. Really good movie. I suggest you watch it.
Really dark. You know, that movie. It was a good movie, but it was disappointing.
The ending, or just the whole overall
the whole
movie?
thing, because I thought Robin was like the real bad guy,
Oh,
but he was just misunderstood.
Telling you, Brandon.
What? Brandon, there is a limited edition Pokemon card. What? if
you
well,
bitch Mac, I guess me.
Well, here's the thing.
He's my buddy.
Here's the thing. I don't like Pokemon.
Yeah, nobody does,
so,
except for you, I guess. You know.
No, there's people that like Pokemon.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of people that like Pokemon.
They're 5.
No, they're adults.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
The Pokemon's big.
Yeah,
we saw the movie Pikachu.
Yeah, I did like this movie. It was my first thing.
It's a big thing.
My first time ever seeing Pokemon was that movie, and I like that movie. I wouldn't go out and buy a Mew, whatever the hell you call it, a Mew, Mew Mew. It sounds like a kid trying to make gun noises. Mew Mew.
The point I'm making, and it's a big thing. People like it, just not kids.
Yeah. Well,
adults like it.
Yeah.
Get with the program, son.
I'm all right. Let me stick to stuff that makes more sense to me. Like,
it's not your generation. That's what you're saying.
It's not my generation, but also my generation was cooler because we didn't have.
Okay, you're just gonna lose people now. You saying your generation's cooler?
That's fine. 80s,
it's not fine, Aaron.
80s were better. Anybody show of hands? 80s was better. Oh, we lost like 8 viewers.
See what you done? See, you, Aaron. It's all on you. This time it ain't me. I ain't doing nothing. I'm saying cool.
Hey, so what you think about the Chainsaw and them? I don't want to talk about them no more. It's just like what you talking about? What do you think about the dyslexia?
I really like
and the fact that they hit that angle.
You know, that angle was interesting, but her not being able to drive, and Mark Harmon's trying to teach her how to drive. It just took me back to License to Drive.
Yeah, it really does. That's why it actually put me in the mind of that movie so much.
Yeah, those things.
Yeah.
Because Chainsaw, suppose he knows how to drive, but he's the one that wrecks the car.
Chainsaw's the best kid in this movie, man. Seriously. But yeah, let me see. He does agree with me. Oh wait, what is this? Oh wait a minute. There you go, DK.
I don't like Pokemon. It's a huge waste of money, like the electricity used for this podcast.
Hey, I pay the bills. You know it's a waste of money? No, I can't think of that.
Stop it. 80s was the best.
Yes. Thoughts on Rob Zombie rebooting the Monsters?
You know my thoughts on Rob Zombie rebooting it. Oh, don't even get me started. Don't even.
He's coming at you.
Rob Zombie.
He's coming at the juggler.
You know what Rob Zombie can do?
Do something more human than a human? Thunder Kids in 1965.
It ain't gonna work. Even
Girl.
Even if you're the biggest Rob Zombie fan.
Name one. His wife.
Man.
I'm sorry.
Hey
man.
That's your number one problem right there. Sherry Moon's gonna be in this movie. Okay, she's good at is playing baby.
This is my thoughts on when they.
I haven't even got to my thoughts.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, man.
He doesn't know how to do family productions. None whatsoever. All he knows how to do is white trash. What? I said it. That's all he does. Dang. Tell me I'm wrong.
We're not talking about Summer School right now. He's talking about Rob Zombie.
I was asked a question.
All right, go ahead.
That's all he knows how to do. And it's fine for what he does. It's redundant, but it's fine. Halloween, what'd he do? White trash. Make that family trash. God, it's just embarrassing. I mean, I'm sorry, but it is. And I love the Firefly trilogy. I do. I love it.
I don't.
But that's all he does. I mean, Rob Zombie should be nowhere near the Munsters. He's going to make them trash. He's going to make them white trash. That's what he's going to do.
Man, tell me how you really feel.
That's how I really feel.
Real quick, before I see any other comments, my thoughts real quick on directors using the same chick or whatever, or actors in everything.
It's because his wife can't get a job doing anything else.
I feel that way about Tim Burton and Helen Bonaparte.
Is that all she does is work with him?
Pretty much. That's his side booty. I guess.
She's good. I mean,
she's okay.
I've seen her and she's good.
It's like I loved her when she was younger and more independent and stuff like that. Like her and Lady Jane was great. But ever since she got connected with Tim Burton, it's just I don't know. Maybe I'm burned out on Burton because
I never was burnt on, but
because you can only see Johnny Depp and Burton so many times.
I watched Hollow.
I think Dark, whatever that Dark Shadows.
I actually liked that one.
You like that one?
I did. I liked it.
All right, let's see what Joker's saying now. All right, go for it.
Well, I think Johnny's a little
but say the question for people that ain't. We got people that's listening on the podcast.
That's right. That's true. You're right. Okay, what about Depp and Ricci as Gomez Morticia? Ricci, I'm a fan of.
I'm okay with her coming in to do that.
I think it'd be great because she's Adam's family, It's tradition.
Johnny Depp can pull it off.
He can pull it off, but he's old compared to her.
But
I don't like it.
None of them is gonna like. Raul Julia was great as in that film as Gomez Adams.
Yeah, I mean Ross.
Gomez. Are they? What? Is this a different project? Like, is there another Addams Family?
It's a TV series that Tim Burton's doing for Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was thinking, I'm like, wait a minute, we're talking about the monsters. I thought he was trying to pull a swerve on me. I was like, wait a minute, man, we're talking about two different properties, bro. But no, they're very similar. Like, who would win in a fight? That should be your question, DK. Who would win in a fight? The monsters or the Addams Family? Bring all the smoke. Who will win? That's your question. People comment below wherever you're looking at this. Hillbilly horror is Rob Zombie's forte. This is true. And then
he's a one-hit wonder.
Get this guy a Xanax. I don't need a Xanax.
He's talking about me, Aaron.
Oh, he might need a Xanax. I don't know his life. Kevin Smith cast his wife, and yes, he does. My goodness, snooch to the nooch, nugga nooch. He does. I don't know who his wife is, but she's literally in the same bride that. Have you ever seen? She's always like. She's in everything.
I guess it's no different than Sandler casting his friends in every film.
Sandler casts his wife in everything too. But yeah, I mean, and he does cast a lot of his friends. Which I guess how is it? And I know we're off summer school now. Real quick, we're gonna give our quick little summer school ending thoughts. So I thought that the movie was great. I enjoyed. It still held up today. This doesn't hold up. But I think it held up from what I saw. This is a new viewing for you. Yeah. I'm going to give it 3.5 markouts out of 5. I thought it was
3.5.
Yeah.
Does it hold up? I can't say because I didn't watch it during its era. But for me, it felt like an 80s movie. So I guess it does. I greatly enjoyed it. I didn't expect to like it. Because I literally have only seen Mark Harmon in one thing, and that was The Deliberate Stranger. And he's great in it, but he's playing a serial killer in Ted Bundy. So I've never seen NCIS or anything else he's really done. I think he did a couple Westerns I did watch, but he was very minor. But I thought he was great in this. And he's actually my favorite character in the movie. I love the fun teacher aspect, because it's not really realistic.
Yep.
Because you don't get a teacher with personality like that. At least I didn't have that in school. But yeah, I'm going to actually give it a little higher than Aaron. I'm going to give it 4 markouts out of 5.
That's good. Well, that's good. All right. And next week, we're going to still continue this podcast right now. But I just want to, and I think get to what we're going to do next week. But let me go ahead and take this down real quick.
We got 4 comments.
Yeah, we're about to read it. This is the
most comment episode we've ever had.
I want to mention something because you mentioned Adam Sandler, and he uses a lot of his friends for all his projects.
Yeah.
Is it okay for Adam Sandler to get a pass and not say Tim Burton or Rob Zombie? Because Rob Zombie also, if you think about it, uses a lot of the same people and everything. Whether it's like William Forsythe, he uses a lot of the same people.
Friends wise, I think it's okay.
Okay.
You're giving friends a job. But if Adam Sandler's wife is an actual actress, like Sherry Moon is. She is an actress that can't get work anywhere else. No one's gonna hire her. I don't believe they will.
The first thing I think about when I think about Adam Sandler's wife is in
I didn't know she was
Deuce Bigelow, Mel Gigolo. She's the one that
She's
was getting the fish from the fish tank, and then her shirt was getting wet. That's Adam's wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had no idea Adam used his wife. His real wife.
His wife is in everything. But yes,
I mean, no, it's not, I don't think it is okay. I think you should get actual people that can work. I mean, that. I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about it? I don't think it's okay to use your wife in everything you do.
Cam Tyson says that this movie, Summer School, was a cult classic, by the way. Let's see. Ken Whalen, my buddy Ken, He can comment on something else that you posted. Love this movie with Emma. All right, anyway.
Oh, yeah. Easy A, yeah.
Ken's a great guy. But anyway, let's see. We're gonna see. Oh Lord, it's all DK. All right. All right. So where we leave off? The Xanax.
Clerks 2.
Wait a minute. Clerks 2. Spam risk.
I'm shutting you down. Stop. No.
Your phone's terrible.
Okay.
All right. Clerks 2. I don't know what you're mentioning, but yeah, Clerks 2.
I'm assuming he's mentioning that his wife.
She's in there. Yeah, she is in there. Hurry up! I got stuff to do.
Well, you keep asking questions.
What the Z's? Yeah, I don't know. Read this for me.
It held up on USA when it got played on TV years after it came out.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Aaron Willow is my baby daddy. I can't have kids of my own, so that is not true. If I did, wait a minute. If you're a dude, I can't have. That ain't impossible.
It finally hit him. I love it.
I have to think about that. OnlyFans is hiring.
They sure are.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get on there and do that thing where you rub stuff in the microphone.
I know several people that do this.
It's your life. Unprofessional. Keep the phone off. Talking about you. All right, anyway. Question. So, Adam Sandler, I mentioned that real quick. Oh, shoot. Let me leave. Can't leave that up there.
You got another comment?
Man, Bilford abandoned me. Okay. Yeah, that word. Yeah, that's when you like people like hearing the pops and the clicks and the stuff in the microphone and the rubbing of I'm gonna comb a brush and people are like, hoo, I love it. You're weird, man. Oh, unless you're a fan of ours, then keep listening.
Clearly, he's a fan. He's commenting on the podcast.
Anyway, Xanax, right? All right. Anyway, so Adam Sandler, you say it's okay for him to use his buddies
I said friends.
That's his buddies.
Like, I think it's okay for Rob to use his friends.
One of his friends is William Forsythe and Sherry Moon.
His friend is not Sherry Moon. It's his wife.
He might be friends with his wife. Not all of us is, but some of us can be.
I didn't say a word. Nothing?
Not all.
Aaron just
I'm good.
telling on himself.
Anyway, mention. So yeah. I'm trying to find Adam Sandler's wife. Go ahead.
I honestly, okay, for her to play Baby, I think it's fine. But he doesn't have to cast her in every movie he does. Right?
Yeah.
He could find someone better for the role.
This chick.
Yeah, vaguely.
But to my rebuttal to you, DK,
she's not the main character.
She isn't in everything. I don't think. I can't think that she's in all of his movies. But yeah, Kevin Smith's wife is in pretty much everything.
Does she play like the main female character in everything?
No.
Kids does.
No.
Like
She's literally
his wife.
No. Kevin Smith's wife is usually just like a side character, not even like a non-essential character.
I think that's okay. But to use your wife.
I said Kevin Smith's wife, not Kevin James. Nobody wants to see that prick.
Now we're hating on James.
Come on, James needs to be hated on. Although he's good at Becky. This is Kevin Smith's wife.
Maybe she just. I don't know. I don't ever pay attention.
Yeah, like that's what I said. Like you don't notice her.
No, I don't.
Like I know now. I notice every time his daughters and stuff.
I know his daughters and a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, she looks just like her mom actually a bit to me. But yeah, no, I mean, but people like Rob Zombie and Tim Burton, like not only do they cast say Helen, but Helen's a great actress. Yes, I'm not gonna take it away from her. She's really great. But not only do they cast them, but they always cast them in like leading roles, like very forte roles, you know. And in the sense of Rob Zombie with Sherry Moon. She's not really a good actress. She's not good.
She's good at playing Baby.
She's good at playing a psychopathic character, which is Baby. In everything that I see her in, that she's playing that type of role, that's what she is. I haven't seen her grow any. But then again, I haven't seen all of Rob Zombie's films. I haven't seen like The Lords of Salem or something or whatever. I haven't seen all his films. I haven't seen 31 or 34 or whatever it's called.
She doesn't play a psychopath in 31.
I'm not a huge Rob Zombie guy. I'm not huge on his stuff. But go ahead.
I think he could find better people outside of that franchise to play leading female characters. If he wants to put his wife in it, fine, but she doesn't have to be the lead every single time.
Okay. He has a question for you. Read it. Out loud. Brandon, read the question. Question. If Brandon, oh, Lord.
You want me to read it?
If Brandon scripts in the woods, would Aaron comment on it? No, because I wouldn't know that he's in the woods taking the script.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Also, why would you be in the woods? That'd be my question.
I don't want poison ivy or
oak
or anything like that.
Or snake. Snake crawl up places.
Yeah, snake can crawl up and bite me.
Yeah, you don't want that. Why would you? You have a perfectly good house with a toilet. Why would you, go in the woods? Are you in an emergency situation? Were you driving? Like, oh my God!
I don't know the situation.
Let me pull over real quick and use the restroom in the woods. Relief, literally. And then you get back in the car and you're like, nasty, because I don't have no hand sanitizer. What am I gonna do?
David, I'm very concerned about where your mind goes sometimes.
I think we're all concerned. All right, let's see. Hey, don't forget to get your friends spayed and neutered. Okay. She shows her in Clerks too.
Her tittles.
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Kevin Smith's into other people seeing what he's working with. He's like, hey, this is my wife. I mean, she's hot to him. That's like, real quick, hold up.
Really?
Beep, beep,
really?
Richie. Beep, beep, Richie. All right. So that's like Shannon Elizabeth, right? Her, I don't know if it's her ex-husband now, but he used to be in a lot of stuff that she is in. Like, she always finds roles for him somewhere. He's like, he had long hair, kind of, I don't know if he's mixed, some dude. But anyway, but I'm pretty sure he likes people to see her and like, that's my wife, That's probably what Kevin Smith is like when it comes to his wife. Like, I bagged that one right there. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably what it is for them. I imagine. I don't know because I'm self-conscious. But anyway, Tim Burton is the next Spielberg. Come on, bro. You know, and I know that is not true. If anything, he is the next Max Shrek, which is not even a compliment. But anyway.
Okay, Tim Burton would be the next anything. He's Tim Burton.
Yeah, Tim Burton is his own, honestly. And then, Tim Burton is his own auteur. He is an auteur.
Yeah.
He has his own style. He is an auteur. Like, Spielberg is an auteur. Spike Lee is an auteur. That's who they are. So, no, yeah. And then you're going to mention Tusk. Listen, that movie sucks balls. Have you seen Kevin Smith's Tusk? Yes. It was disappointing. It for me. Have you seen it?
I've seen it. We have different views on it.
You liked it?
I loved it. I would never watch it again, though.
I'll never watch it again. No. Like, I'll never own it, nor will I ever watch it. See, at one point, I was huge on Kevin Smith. I was really big in View Askew stuff. But after a while, I lost the interest in Kevin Smith's properties, like his stuff. It's like, it doesn't hold up for me. But that's what I feel. All right, we'll take one more comment, and I think we'll try to bring it to an end. Next week, we're either going to no, let's do the comment first, and then we'll see. I don't know what DK going to say this, Rip. Johnny Depp stole the whole thing. In what?
He's in Tusk, but he's in it very little.
I don't even remember. See, I totally don't even remember that movie.
He's like a private eye or something.
Yeah, see, I don't even remember that movie like that. But anyway, real quick, next week, we're either going to have, this is one or two things going to happen. If Brandon's going to be able to make it, then we will have our Shark Week returning next week with Deep Blue Sea, and we'll review that. If not, then it'll be a binge-worthy, and I'm going to review the whole series of ER. I watched it all 15 seasons, and I like to talk about it. But we'll see. After that, we're going to do Haunted Wing, and then after that, we'll get into our Halloween, and we're going to be there for some years. It's like 12 movies. No, it's a lot of movies.
It is a lot. Yeah, it's a
whole bunch of them. But yeah, Aaron Whitlow,
Brandon Spivey.
We thank you for marking out with us here on the Markout movie. Oh, Lord. You got one more comment. I thought I was going to escape. Yes, ER. Get over it. ER is a great show. You should have watched it. Thank you for marking out with us on Markout.